everyone. Welcome to Noontime Kapehan, brought to you by Decap Coffee Republic, our coaching hub and home of certified life coaches here in the Philippines. So we are now on month 2 here in Noontime Kapehan, our daily coaching conversation reliving the Kapehan Night by Master Coach A, where she talks about life, love, relationship, money, career, and anything under the sun, including the sun. Kapehan Night used to come in live on floor and via FB every Tuesday night until the pandemic happened. And we are bringing Noontime Kapehan for a season only while Brewing Live is taking a quarter break. So let me take also this moment to honor our fellow coaches and entrepreneurs who previously served for 7 long months and filled the digital space with stuff that matters from September 2020 to March 2021. So watch out for the return of Brewing Live this coming July. Ayan, so before we continue, let's say hi to people who joined us today. Hello, Coach Bev. Ayan, thank you for joining me today. So shout out to all my fellow game changers who served last month of April and who are serving this month as well. So for this month of May, as we continue to serve the community, Master Coach A launched the Be Learning e-card for the big heroes of our generation. Be Learning e-card unlocks the opportunities for smarter living with monthly perks. So first, ayan, take note of these perks. So first is 5% food and beverage discount from Decaf Coffee Republic. Second is Mental Model Masterclass by Master Coach A. And third is 90-minute coaching session by coaching entrepreneurs from Life Coach Philippines. And for this month, the Mental Model Masterclass that is scheduled on May 15, 7 p.m. With Master Coach A. Master Coach A will teach the goal achievement mental model and learn how to unleash your 4 superpowers from intense focus and discover how champion goal setter Elon Musk modeled the art and science of goal and achievement that fundamentally changed the trajectory of the human race. So, Musk company SpaceX is leading humanity to become multiplanetary. So, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 to register and get your Be Learning e-card today. Register this month as a founding member and lock in your membership fee for 1,500 monthly for life. Ayan. So walang increase, 1,500 for life ang membership fee, and you will never experience membership fee increase when you avail the program as a founding member. So don't miss this out. The first class will be on May 15, and this is really exciting. So if you want to learn more about mental models, don't miss this out. So moving on, for today's episode, I will be sharing what is love. Ayan. So please do tag your friends, share this video link, and invite others to join our conversation. Also, if you're watching this on a replay, comment hashtag replay and do let us send message if you wish to connect with any points that resonates with you. The YouTube link where you can find the replay of all the episodes of Noontime Kapehan is found in the caption of this video. So please do follow and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified of all the future videos to stuff your digital space with valuable content. So before we start, let's say hi again to our fellow coaches. Hello, Coach Candy, that na hindi masyadong malayo sa akin ngayon. Ayan. Hello, Coach AP and Coach Lynn and Coach Saibel. Thank you for joining me today. So, what is love? Ayan. Someone asked me, actually, it's Master E. Master E asked me, no, so ate, what is love? Diba? What is love for you? And I was taken aback that time. And this is the definition that I have remembered during that time. So we will define love based on the Bible. What I'll be sharing with you three things about love and relationships. No, based that you can find in the Bible. But before that, let's read the definition. So, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, and is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. So what is your definition of love? 'Di ba? When we hear love, 'di ba? Oy, in love ka or oy in love siya. And what is your definition of love, or what is the first thing that comes into your mind when you hear the word love? And what is the picture of love for you? So you can write and share your thoughts in the comment box. Ayan, sabi ni, and then nagtag pala si si Coach Rezzhel, no. So um yeah, so what is love for you? What is the picture of love for you? And love is sometimes love, we connect it with pure emotion, but it's not just a mere emotion. So it's not only kilig, yan, 'di ba? Yung mga kilig moments and good times, but love has a deeper meaning of that. So I'll share with you something. So the Hebrew word for love is ahab, which means to have different affection for, desire, delight in, or be fond of. So it implies an ardent inclination of the mind. You know, diba meron siya, the inclination of the mind and a tenderness of affection. It denotes a strong emotional attachment for and a desire to be in the presence of the object of love. And the Greek word for love is agapao. Um, it means to have a preference for, or to wish well, to regard the welfare of. It is to take pleasure in, to prize it above other things, to be unwilling to abandon it or do without it, to welcome with desire, to long for. So ano yung connection niya to the definition of love in First Corinthians 13. And it says there, ba, dun sa Hebrew word which is ahab, diba? Love means inclination of the mind, tenderness of affection, and strong emotional attachment. So, yan, sabi ni Anyong Master E. Ayan, sabi ni Coach Teen. Ayan, parang slam book lang, 'di ba? What is love? Ay, sunod diyan, who is your crush? And so yung ano doon is love is passion, sabi ni Coach Teen. Sabi ni Coach Lean, love is an action word. And 'di ba? It's really an action word, 'di ba? It entails the mind, the heart, and even your soul, your emotion. So, and hello Master Coach Jasmine, thank you for joining me today. So, I'll be sharing with you three things of kind of love that you will find in the Bible. So yung first one is love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. So um, let me know if you're familiar with that verse, or have you heard of that. So says there that love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And how is it really to love God with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your heart? So, what is the picture of that relationship with God? And a question is, di ba yun yung ano kanina, definition of love, na yung Greek word for love is um yung Hebrew word for love, 'di ba? It has strong emotional attachment for and a desire to be in the presence of the object of love. So who is the object of your love? Who is or do you know the creator? Do you really have the relationship, or do you have a relationship with the God who have created you, the Father? Um who have created you, and do you really believe that you are a child of God? And how is it really to be in the presence of God? How is it to long for in the presence of God? And says there that with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. It also says that we take every thought captive and make it obedient to Christ. So how do you how do you show your love for the Lord, and um how do you like intend to really live out that love ba? Because we cannot like have that love or an intimate relationship with someone that we do not know of. Question is, do you know the Father, your Father in heaven, who have created you? And what is that picture of that love with the Father? It also says that uh, God loves us first. And even when we are sinners, He loves us first. And even we are not perfect, He loves us first. Yes, we are created after the image and likeness of God, but we are also human beings, and we also have our own weaknesses, and we are in the journey of ayun, progression and perfection. So, hindi tayo perfect because we are human. But despite of the imperfection, despite of our weakness, there is a God who loves us, and there is a God who sees us through, regardless where we are in our journey right now. So, how how do we show our love, and how do we love God with all your heart? How do you love God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind? So what is that picture of love for you? Sabi ni Coach Saibel, love is an intention to honor God by what we do. Ayan. So it's committing, diba? It's committing all the things that you do for the Lord as an honor to Him. So um what does it look like? How does it look like to have a relationship with the Lord? And sabi dun, with all your heart. And I remember it's, diba, there are two things that we do. It's humility and obedience. And we also go for humility and obedience before the Lord. And diba, sabi dun sa description nung love kanina, it is, isn't it like amazing on how you can like have freedom in the presence of the person that you love, and in the presence of the one that you love. And that's what God gives us. In His presence, there is freedom. You can be free for who you are. In His presence, you can like enjoy, diba? You can enjoy that presence of being loved, of being um, comforted, and at the same time, like being who you are, that regardless of your flaws, regardless of who you are, regardless of your imperfections, regardless of your past, there is someone who accepts you and loves you for who you are. And in return, so how do you show your love for the Lord? How do you show that you love Him? Ba, because love, sayo ni Coach Dean kanina, it's an action word. So love is not just an emotion, and love takes a sacrifice. Because had dun sa definition kanina ba, to be unwilling to abandon it, or do without it, or to welcome with desire, to long for, because we are human beings, and there are areas in our life that are still um not perfect. Of course, we're not perfect, we're human beings, and we are still in progression. There are things that we have acquired before that are, alam mo yun, that holds us back to receive love and to give love. And that those are the areas that we are working for, and God is working out um, in our lives. Na, alam mo yun, there are, what are the things that you have to let go in your life that are no longer um, pleasing to the Lord, or not serving your season as of the moment. But sometimes letting go of those things are not easy. Actually, wala namang easy sa pag let go, 'di ba? Especially if you have especially if you're already doing that for so many years. But looking at the object of your love, looking at the one that you really love, if you know the person kung saan naka-anchor yung love na yon, and you know the character of the God who loves you, and the God and that you have a relationship with, then letting go, as you decide to let go in faith, you know that your relationship will grow. You know that you will be a different person as well. So that is the first one, and we have different and unique journey from one another. Like we have different journeys of faith, we have different journeys of um, relationship, diba? You kung ano man yung like we have different we call God in different names, and we have different journey. But in whatever journey you are right now, how do you show your love, and how do you show your um how do you show your affection and your love to God whom you have relationship with? Okay? So secondly, and the second and the third actually are interrelated. So second and third is love your neighbor as you love yourself. So love your neighbor as you love yourself. And we cannot give from an empty cup. Therefore, we cannot, it says there, but how can you love your neighbor as you love yourself? So, how can you love other people if you do not love yourself? Because we cannot give from an empty cup, and we cannot give what we do not have. So, the way that we look at other people, or the way that we see other people, or the people around us, and the situation around us, is also the way how we see ourselves. So let's let's like pause right now, and the pause right now is, how do you really see yourself? If you're going to, like, if I'll ask you to share like three things, the three things that you love about yourself, so can you share it in the comment box, or three things that you love about yourself, and how do you feel about it? Because when you see your own beauty, then you can also see the beauty of other people. If you see your goodness, your kindness, if you see your uniqueness, your talents, your passions, then you can also see that to other people. And how do you see yourself right now? How do you see yourself in light, and in the sight, or in the eyes of the, or through the eyes of the creator? Do you see your beauty? Do you see like how uniquely you are created for a purpose? How how you respond as well to situations. Ay sabi ni Mayor ni Mayor Leonard, sa niya napaisip tuloy ako sa love your neighbor. Ayan, sige, ano, Mayor, share your thoughts in the comment box. Ba, ano yung nag-aha sa nag-aha moment sa ba? And how do we love our neighbor? It says there, how as you love yourself. So, how are you loving yourself right now? How are you loving how are you seeing yourself, 'di ba? And let's go back to the definition um of love in First Corinthians 13. Sabi, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude, and it does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Ay, yan natin. And when you look at when you look at yourself, basan, love is patient and kind. Are you being patient and kind to yourself? It is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. If it's love is kind and love is patient, are you also being patient and kind to yourself? Or pag nagkamali ka, or pag may hinihintay ka at hindi mo pa rin nagagawa, at hindi mo pa din na-hit, di ba, yung yung gusto mong alam mo yun, yung gusto mong i-goal, di ba? How do you respond, and how do you treat yourself? And how do you respond to other people as well? Sabi ni Coach Nords, I love your cousin as well. Yes, Coach Nords, hindi lang neighbor. Neighbor, love your neighbor and family as well. Ba, yun yung, ano na, how do you show your love for yourself? Diba? Are you, how's your patience? Well, sometimes kasi we can tell that it's easy to be patient to other people or with other people because we know that they are a work in progress. We know that they are also in a journey. But pagdating sa sarili natin, nakakalimutan natin na, oops, tayo din, nasa journey pa tayo. We are all in a journey and we are also progressing. Sometimes we put like high, alam mo yun, high expectations expectations sa sarili natin na nakakalimutan natin na nasa journey din tayo. So, give yourself and allow yourself to journey and progress and um, grow along the process, and allow yourself to be kind to yourself too. But when was the last time that you express kindness to yourself and express love to yourself? It keeps no records of wrong. And if it keeps no records of wrong, and if we can forgive other people, then why can't you forgive yourself of what you have done in the past, and just and let go of the things that let go of the things and the mistakes that you have done in the past. So remember that you are not um the things that happened in the past, you can no longer undo it, but it doesn't it doesn't define your future. Your past will never define your future, and it will never um define who you are. Your mistakes is not who you are. So have you forgiven yourself? Have you forgiven yourself from the past and let go of the guilt and allow yourself to heal in the journey? So you have today, you have the now. Or are you willing to let go of the past so you can move forward and be the person that God has designed you to be? And says there, it does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. And what is true? What is the truth for you? What is really the truth for you? Sometimes, alam niyo yung truth and tolerations are two different things. Tolerating someone because you're afraid to make a stand and to correct someone is not love. Love is disciplining someone. It was God disciplines his children. God disciplines the people that he loves. And toleration or tolerating someone is not love. And it's not kindness, it's not even kindness too. But love is taking a stand for the truth and calling out the person, knowing that if you will not do that, that person will go wayward. And that person will do self-destruction. But what do you do when there are conflicts? What do you do pag nagkaroon na ng conflict? Do you like stay silent because you avoid conflicts? Do you avoid confrontations para peace, 'di ba? Peace na lang, peace, 'di ba? And peace is not the same as harmony, and it's not the same as um like tolerating or avoiding conflicts is not the way to really have real peace. So, what do you do when injustice comes, and when lies persist? Do you stand out, or do you stand for justice, and do you rejoice when truth wins out? And says there, love never gives up, it never loses faith, and it's always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. And this is something that is like amazing in the profession that we have as life coaches. Love is one of the foundations of coaching. So you see the potential of the person, you see the beauty in the person regardless, and no matter how marred the person thinks he is or she is, and you do not lose faith that as you help the person through the process, in the process, that beauty will come out and that person will see the beauty that he has. So wherever you are in your journey right now, do you see your beauty, or nakikita mo lang yung scars mo, nakikita mo lang yung wounds mo? Duguan pa kasi ko, 'di ba? Ang dami ko na ang dami ko pinagdaanan in the past. Yes, um might be or might have lots of wounds right now, but it doesn't mean that those wounds cannot be healed, and it doesn't mean that you will be in the same space forever, because if you decide to, you can get out of that, and if you decide to, those wounds can heal. But the question is, are you ready to step out of that space and experience the love that you deserve? Are you ready to step out and make a step forward and meet people who can help you heal in the process? Are you ready? Are you ready to receive the love that you deserve? Or in the first place, do you really believe that you deserve that kind of love? Do you really believe that you deserve healing, you deserve your dream happening, you deserve to experience your vision coming alive, diba? You deserve that life that you have dreamt of. And if you are in the season, like if you are in the point of like asking really, ano ba talaga, parang may pag-asa pa ba? Or can I still move forward regard, parang sa dami ng nangyayari ngayon, 'di ba? Sa dami ng nangyayari, especially right now, and with all the experiences that you have in the past and your experience, the things that you're experiencing right now, you're asking, is there still hope? Yes, there is. Only have to open your eyes and allow yourself to experience the love that is given and available for you. But will you open your heart, and are you ready to receive that love? So we are all in the journey, and there's grace, diba? There's grace, and grace is always available. It's available for all of us, and we only have to tap it. Will you stop? Will you pause? Will you allow yourself to receive it? Will you allow yourself and admit it really right now that you need grace to move on? You need grace to move forward. You need help so that your wounds will be healed. So that you can have that, ngayon you can have that strength again to move forward. Will you allow yourself to experience love? Love that is not defined by what the society says about it. That, 'di ba, masyado kasing na-commercialize yung love, no, na, I mean, um, the Prince Charming stories, ano yun, masyado siyang commercialized. But love is an action word. Love takes sacrifice, and love takes faith and hope. So, will you open your heart, or are you ready to open your heart to receive it today? Are you open, or are you ready to open your heart to know who you are, to know your creator, and overflow your that love from your heart so that it will overflow to your neighbors, to your family, and to the people around you? Because you are a channel of love, and you are created with love. Regardless of what happened or the journey that you have been, you are created with love. So, thank you so much for joining me today. And as I close, I invite you to be back tomorrow, same time and same digital space for Coach Glacy. So join us again tomorrow at noontime Kapehan, and to bring home the cup coffee Republic experience, connect with Coach Rezzhel through 0917-586-1661 for your food and beverage order. You may also visit us here at Decaf Coffee Republic inside Pioneer Center compound at Capitolio, Pasig City. So we are just across Bayanihan. And we're here and we are excited to see you and serve you here in our home. So, and once again, I'm inviting you to join and be part of the Be Learning journey for living smarter with monthly perks. So, see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Thank you. Bye bye.